Hey, here we are at Prestige Car Wash down in Lauderhill, Florida, and I'm going to take you through the key steps of evaluating the site and getting prepared and how to do an actual conversion from full serve to flex serve. So come on, we'll take a walk through the property and I'll explain to you the steps that we used to make sure we can make this successful. It's real important when you're going to add an express lane that you really delineate the lanes properly so the customer has good clear direction as to where they're going to go. If they want a full serve wash, they're going to be either of those two lanes. If they want the exterior only, they're going to pull over here in the right lane. Well, originally this was a full serve wash. All three lanes were full serve. They didn't offer an exterior wash. And when this place is busy, it was backed all the way up to the front of the property, right by the street. Take a walk down here, we'll see how this works as well. In the full serve lane, so we can increase capacity, we've got the ability to put a greeter station out here in the mid driveway. That way there, we can actually greet customers in line with the greeter and making sure that all these customers are moving as fast as possible. On the exterior lane today, we're still doing it with the cash register. When we come on up front, we'll actually see the cash register station where they're taking all the transactions. After about 6 months or a year of doing the express exterior car washing, they started to get all the customers out of the car right here, and all the customers pay the cashier here, outside. So the lobby now is just a waiting area for the detail and those customers that have a few minutes to wait for the full serve wash. So the vacuum guys will take the vacuums, they'll vacuum the cars here before they go into the wash. If they're an exterior only, they'll pull down this lane here. They'll be greeted at an exterior only menu. The transaction right now will be taken care of by the cash register station here, where they've got a cash drawer, they've got a cash register, credit card processing, all that's right here so they can process that customer no matter how they're paying, full serve or exterior, okay? And then they're ready to go through the car wash. So when we come out here and take a look, as the customer comes out of this exterior only lane, we've wanted to stay to the right of this delineator. We've got a yellow line showing the sweep of the turn so they can kind of follow that and get right on the conveyor one time. So as they drive around the property here, they'll follow the yellow line. If there's a full serve waiting, the employees will wait till they can sneak in line, but we'll take all those exterior car washes around the corner here, around the delineators to follow the yellow lines right into the tunnel. It's important to make this area clear and as clean as possible so that the customer feels comfortable driving all the way to the conveyor and getting on that conveyor itself. And this one here, they had enough room to do it with the lines, the dumpster where it was. It's made it a nice, clean, smooth motion. When you look at the site plan, look at the layout, originally all the full serve action was taken out this main driveway. Cars were stacked as many as 5 deep, coming 2 lanes back, and out here on the 3rd lane if they needed it. For the exterior only customers, we needed to find a way to get them out of here without any hesitation. So we actually had to leave this first lane wide open. So the exterior customer coming out of the wash, like the one you see here, is going to head straight ahead and go out the door, and they can turn right and head on down the road. We had to make room on this side so that we could process the same amount of full service cars that we were doing before. The key to doing a good flex serve conversion is to make sure you don't give up your production capacity for what you were doing in full serve. On this side here, we actually make it so that we can put almost 3 cars on the outside curve and then 2 cars right back here in the middle. Gives us a 5-car stack, a little bit less than we had on this side when we had it all full serve. We had as many as 8 to 10. But by adding that new equipment, we made the full service operation that much more efficient, that they can still process the same amount of full serve cars as they did before because there's less finished work to do outside. Here they used to do an online tire dressing, wipe the body, maybe clean something that the equipment missed, so we only had 1 wraparound, no grill brush. Now, with the 2 wraparounds, grill brush, bison brush, wiping machine, high pressure top and sides, they're able to put the car on without touching, get it clean, so that all they have to do out here is wash windows and wipe door jambs. That's the way you do a full service car wash. That's the way you get double the benefit of doing a conversion like this, so that you can be efficient on the full serve, but add to your underutilized capacity the exterior volume. Come on, we'll take a look inside what we do with the equipment. Hey, the goal of adding an express lane is to make sure that we have capacity to wash cars and we want to increase our volume. One of the things we had to do at Jimmy's site, the site is 14 years old. It does have an old water line coming in. We had to put a booster pump in here to increase our water volume to the car wash and maintain pressure. It's one of the things you really have to look at. When you're washing full service, kind of slow, medium volume, you'll have one capacity of water that you'll require. Once you speed that up and you put cars bumper to bumper at a higher chain speed, you're going to increase your demand on your water utility bill. So if you haven't done it yet or haven't checked, we need to check the water line coming in to make sure we have enough water flow at the right pressure to be able to keep those cars clean and dry and shiny on the way through the tunnel. And a couple of things that we did here. This is a traditional older car wash, 110-foot building, only had a 400 amp service coming in at 230 volts. So we were kind of restricted with the amount of power we had. And this is where I've said before in many articles and talked about it, where electrical makes sense. Instead of bringing in an additional service, we've converted some of his equipment from hydraulic to electric to save the money and get more cleaning power so we can run those exterior cars through the tunnel and get them clean, dry, shiny with no manual labor whatsoever. One of the most important things you need to do before you convert your site and add that express lane. Over here, Jimmy had his power packs. The power pack over here that's disconnected, now set up as a spare, was for his one wraparound that he had. That takes a 7.5 horsepower power pack. We've taken that one wraparound out and we put in 2 sets of wraparounds, but we made them electric drive. The neat part is we can run each one of those wraparounds with 1 horsepower electrically. So we take a 7.5 out and we put 4 horsepower in. To do that, we built a little motor control center here, and inside has 4 VFDs with the controls to run the wraparounds. It didn't cost us any more money electrically. He didn't have to do anything to his service, but we were able to increase the washing capacity of the car wash. We'll take a walk up front. We did the same thing with this conveyor. We took out a 7.5 horsepower hydraulic conveyor and put a 3 horsepower electric motor in there to run the conveyor. It's easily adjustable through a VFD, and we picked up another 3 horsepower. On this end of the building here, we're at the end of the tunnel. Under this box here is a 7.5 horsepower power pack that used to drive the conveyor. We took out that Heco drive. We put an electric motor in there, and we're driving that with 1 little VFD inside this cabinet. And real easy on the potentiometer, we can go from 60 hertz to 90 hertz, go from 112 cars or less up to about 160 cars an hour. Okay, on Wacky Wednesdays now with the exterior wash, we actually do over 110, 115 cars an hour. Up top, we added a wiping machine, and again, for the lower cost of energy and the savings that we got in the back room. And from here, we added 3 horsepower, top brush and 2 wraparounds to wipe the car dry. Makes it really nice and easy for them to finish their full serves. It's a great addition. We'll take a look at the equipment in the tunnel. In order to get the cars clean enough to have an express exterior lane, we needed to come in and add a dual applicator arch so we can get the chemistry on the car, both on the sides, front and back. We added the foaming CTAs. We added a set of wraparounds, and we used his old mitter, but we added an extra set of wraparounds to it. So now we have 2 sets of wraparounds, the front to back mitter, and then we also have the bison brush right below there to help clean both the wheels and the tires. Then come on inside, we'll show you the grill brush and the rest. In the middle, we took out a set of little SF1 rocker brushes, and we put in a set of grill brushes. Grill brushes work great to get the front of the car as well as the side of the car. Come on down here. In the middle here, we had a Omni 150, just the 2 side baskets. We took that out, put in the pendulum to get really good cleaning on the wheels so that we didn't have to go back and do any touch-up. Above the pendulum, you can see down here, we put in a dual pipe Omni top, bolted it right to the second mitter, and allowed us to get the bugs, the windshield, under the wiper blades, all the top surface of the car is clean, and even the back. We added some mirror rinses to help rinse the mirrors off with high pressure, make sure they're dry clean. We converted his 2-basket side-to-side round mitter to a 2-basket flat mitter with our new EcoFill material to help get the cars a little bit cleaner at the exit end, take off the water so we're ready for drying agent seal wax. We added Rain-X for his pay feature to increase the ticket value, so he's got the new pay option. We've got our Rain MA doing our rain arches to do our drying agent seal wax and our final rinse. At the end, 3 blowers with elephant ears, all of them equipped with the gator for energy saving and conservation between cars. And then at the very last piece we have in there now is our Buff and Dry, which is an automatic machine to wipe the front, back, sides, and top of the car off at the end of the wash process. In order to do that, we've taken our tire shine and put it up underneath the top brush, so we don't need a retract for tire shine. We can wipe the car off before we dress the tires, and we get a great finish service in both the full serve and the express. Great wash package. One of the services that these guys did a big job with was the express detail. This is a full serve car wash that did a bang up business on the express side. We didn't want to give that up, so we had to make a little deal with our friends next door. And we came down here and we kept our detail area that was here, and we're able to negotiate a deal with the next door neighbor and utilize his 5 spots on the other side of the curb. We came in and took out the curb, paved across, extended the canopy, and now our detail business comes right in here. We got as many as 8 cars to work on, and it's drive-through capability. You got to be friendly with your neighbors. You got to negotiate where it makes sense. We really wanted to take the curb out and make this 3 lanes wide, but the city just wouldn't let us. So we went back to the owner next door, we negotiated an agreement, and he actually gave us the ability to have drive-through capacity for 8 cars and under canopy for detailing. We haven't lost any of the detail revenue. We haven't lost the full-serve business. We're increasing volume every day. And that's the neat part about adding an express lane to your full-serve. It's not like you have to go complete conversion, but by making it so it flows right, you're going to get big benefits in multiple areas, and you can really make a lot of extra money.